set the title pace, and in between Arsenal and Real Madrid, it's the turn of Keane, Solskjaer and O'Shea to get a rest. Back come Phil Neville at left back, Quinton Fortune in midfield, and yes, David Beckham on the right. Not that Blackburn can be taken any more lightly than any other opponent with 6 wins out of 7. Dwight Yorke is recalled to partner Andy Cole, and they're home from home. Only one club other than Manchester United and Arsenal has ever won the Premiership title. Blackburn Rovers won't win it this time, but they will have played their part. 2 wins over the defending champions already. And now they go hunting for a double over the league leaders. They are a nuisance. Andy Cole making a nuisance of himself. It's a family day. Beckham Jr. is here. Guy invitingly into the path of Gresco. That's a curling cross which finds the head of Andy Cole, and that was a genuine side of goal for Andy Cole. And some encouragement for Blackburn in the opening stages. Fortune. Scholes has found some space here, and the control. Couldn't quite find Van Nistelrooy, but back to Scholes. Now Giggs. Fortune. Beckham. 4 red shirts in the box. Filled in by Beckham towards Van Nistelrooy! It's one thing getting there, it's another thing staying there, but Manchester United mean to stay on top. An exquisite cross by David Beckham, dispatched in typical fashion by Ruud van Nistelrooy, his 20th Premiership goal of the season, on a plate via the right foot of David Beckham. Gresco stepping away from Beckham, showing too much of it to Butt. Beckham losing out to Gresco, and then his determination to get it back, having a bit of a hack at the Slovakian fullback. And he was trying to see out his defensive responsibilities. He didn't do them very well there. Or there. Dunn's free kick. It's towards Henningberg, who's beaten Bartes to it, and Blackburn Rovers are on terms. And if you were thinking that maybe a former Manchester United player would score here today, then maybe Henningberg was not your selection. Bartes couldn't claim it, and worse still is injured, as Henningberg celebrates from David Dunn's swinging free kick. He got up above Bartes and quite literally beat him to the punch. Sylvestre. Driven onto the chest of Beckham. Giggs. Brown. Beckham seeking out Fortune, but Short was there. Tossed back in by Ferdinand, away by Berg. Giggs, down to Van Nistelrooy. It's a good turn, he's escaped Short, he's escaped Gresco, couldn't quite escape Friedel's dive with the shot. Did have support there, Van Nistelrooy. Hardly blame him for having a go for goal in his current mood. Here he is again, stepping away from Flitcroft, down from Gresco, setting up Brown. Cleared by Dunn. On back by Ferdinand. Beckham. Sylvestre, away by Short. Yorke got up in front of Sylvestre. I thought that Alec Ferguson was passionate about winning football matches. Graham Souness actually saw 3 touchline red cards before Christmas. He will not go quietly. York to Gresco. Looking to play it inside, Brown for Duff. Cut out by Ferdinand, with Cole and York loitering with intent. This is Giggs. Break on. Scholes with Van Nistelrooy to his left. Ruud Van Nistelrooy taking on Neil. Didn't miss by much. He scuffed the shot slightly, but he was allowed to advance deep into the Blackburn Rovers penalty area before making his mind up. Lucas Neal trying to show him the outside, and in the end Van Nistelrooy took it and trusted his left foot. Just pulled it across the face of goal. Brown to Beckham. Giggs. Rolled into the path of fortune. Giggs has gone on for the return. Now Butt. Now Giggs. Now Van Nistelrooy. I think Friedel just got a touch, did he? Goal kick given. Beautifully worked. Seemed just for a moment that they played a pass too many, but they kept their composure. Van Nistelrooy was onside, and maybe Friedel didn't get a touch. Beckham with a chance to bring Manchester United forward. Brown easing forward up the touchline. Instead it's Quinton Fortune. Nicky Butt, Paul Scholes. Some space for Phil Neville. On the outside of Dunn. Now, how's your left foot? Not bad. Friedel got a touch. Scholes is there! 2-1! Rifled home by Paul Scholes after Phil Neville had got in behind Blackburn on the left-hand side and provided a very presentable cross with his unfavoured left foot. Blackburn were unable to deal with it, and Paul Scholes dealt with it beautifully. Blackburn have certainly made them earn their half-time lead. They've come from behind once, but the Manchester United goal menace remains, and so will their title lead if they can keep it this way. They lead Blackburn by 2-1. A Premiership debut for Spanish international goalkeeper Ricardo, with Fabian Barthez unable to continue, and 4 days before Real Madrid come to Old Trafford. When Manchester United first surveyed in April, in which Liverpool, Newcastle and Arsenal all crossed their path at the same time as Real Madrid, Blackburn Rovers appeared the least of their worries, but 6 wins from their last 7 games mean that this is the form team that United have encountered in this month of months. And they played with the air of a team in form for much of the game. Scholes' goal separates them. Lost it there though, Tugay. Ricardo has made 4 appearances for Manchester United, all in the Champions League. It is the 9th time in his Manchester United career that Fabian Barthez has had to go off during a game. So best header, doesn't quite get the job done. Ricardo's on the way and he caught Cole, and it's a penalty. 65 seconds into his Premiership debut, Ricardo has conceded his 3rd penalty as a Manchester United goalkeeper. Those 4 Champions League appearances that he's made have led to 2 penalties to the opponents and 2 defeats, incidentally, for Manchester United. And he just didn't get there quickly enough. Caught Andy Cole. He has a chance to redeem himself, but Blackburn have a chance to draw level. It will be David Dunn. And it's a save by Ricardo. 0-0. Two-guy to Gresco. Here is Dunn. He'll be anxious to atone, and instead he's penalised for handball. Well, what a start to his Premiership life. One of those other two penalties that he conceded was missed, and that's the first one he saved. And a good save it was too. It's a fabulous pass. Van Nistelrooy. On he goes. Scholes! Just under his feet a bit. Well, he played his part in the setup, but he couldn't quite play his part in the finish. Now done. Tackled by Scholes. Manchester United can counter. Van Nistelrooy and Giggs ahead of him. Fortune getting there. This is Ryan Giggs, taken beautifully in his stride. Giggs turns away from Gresco. Saved by the feet of Friedel. Fortune. Van Nistelrooy. Well, it looked to all the world as if Ryan Giggs had done the difficult bit and done it with some aplomb. But Brad Friedel stood firm. This is Giggs. Allowed to turn and face the foe. And usher Fortune forward. It's Cole who got back there and won it. Now Giggs who got back there and won it back. Pass two, pass three. Played beautifully into the path of Van Nistelrooy. Scholes! Marvellous Manchester United goal. And with an hour gone, they have some breathing space. Paul Scholes completes a century of goals for Manchester United after some wonderful approach play involving initially Ryan Giggs, and this time Van Nistelrooy has the assist for Paul Scholes to score his 100th goal for Manchester United, and would you believe 9 of those have come against Blackburn Rovers. Gresco. Crossed in towards Hakansuka. Was a presentable chance. It's good play by Van Nistelrooy. Very good play by Van Nistelrooy. Good goalkeeping by Friedel. Hit by Giggs, cleared off the line. David Dunn it was who got back there. No doubt about the work ethic in this Manchester United team, or their ability to counter. Solskjaer to Scholes. Van Nistelrooy is a man over. Ruud Van Nistelrooy, good save by Friedel. Scholes looking for a hat-trick. And denied by the recovery of Martin Taylor. One end of the field to the other in the blink of an eye. York. Keane tidying up. Beckham has Brown breaking to his right. Shirts driving forward all over the field. Solskjaer has the most space. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer! He doesn't miss the target very often. Paul Scholes was crying out to be teed up for his hat-trick. Free kick has been given. Six points they've taken off Arsenal. 3 off Manchester United coming here. And this has just been a bridge too far for the Blackburn ambush brigade. Beckham's free kick. Oh, Friedel had to deal with it. That moves so much in the air. Winning with something to spare. Manchester United's majestic progress through their testing spring programme keeps them where they want to be. Blackburn do belong in this company. They are a maturing team, but they couldn't afford a missed penalty against a team with United's firepower, and eventually went the way of recent Premiership opponents, beaten 3-1.
The first half, I felt we matched them. It was a very good game of football in the first half. We felt our goals, their 2 goals weren't good goals from our point of view. I think the turning point is the second half penalty incident. I know if the incident had happened at the other end, Brad Friedel would not have been on the pitch.
You think he should have been sent off?
I think so. He wasn't going away from goal. He was going maybe a cross goal, but don't tell me he's not going to chest the ball down and put the ball in the net after that.
They wouldn't have had a goalkeeper to save the penalty then.
No, and then us missing the penalty has changed the game.
He was maybe just get caught, probably not even into the game, and he's given away the penalty kick. But what a save. Fantastic save. Great speed and reflex action for it to save it. And it was a vital moment, because who knows what happens in this situation. You lose a goal at home, it's 2-2, and there's maybe an hour and a bit left, and it was a vital moment.
When the games are coming this fast, and when they're all massive games like this, you don't really think about tiredness. It's not really in our mind at all. Obviously we know we've played a lot of games, but as I said, everyone's played the same amount of games, and we've got to make sure we remain the strongest.
Does this title race go all the way to the wire?
I think it's unavoidable. It just looks that way, doesn't it? I think it's fantastic interest for spectators, for the neutrals, and it's not so good for the two clubs, mind you, but everyone else is loving it.